Hi, I'm Deborah Lopez, and I'm here at the National Portrait Museum on the third floor, here to show you my piece, which is located in the 20th Century Americans 1950 to 2000s gallery. And if you want, you can read this on your own later if you decide to come here, but let's look at my piece, which is actually Marilyn Monroe, and if you ever come here and you decide to roam around, she's on the 10 highlights of the National Portrait Gallery, so she's a really important piece, and you're right here, and she's on the map, so you can't possibly get lost. And let's see how they're showing her off and treating her. She's actually the first piece that you see when you walk inside. And she's obviously anti-Warhol business, all the colors, and the first thing that I thought when I saw her was, wow, out of all the pictures she's taken in her life, why did they choose the anti-Warhol version? Not that it's bad, but she's taken a lot of pictures. This isn't even the tip of the iceberg. Alright, now this is Marilyn, and as you can see, it's Andy Warhol version of Marilyn, in a white frame, which I think has a informal effect. You know, it's not like gold or bronze or wood, white. So it kind of has like a poster feel to it. Like, I would hang this in my room. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't like the Mona Lisa or anything, you know? So, yeah, it kind of has like a modern feel to it, you know? And actually, the first time I came here, and I saw this, you know, I chose it and everything, but the first thing I thought was, why would the National Portrait Gallery choose the Andy Warhol version of Marilyn? Because she's obviously an important, you know, comedian and all of that and entertainment, but, you know, she's taken a lot of pictures. A lot of pictures. And beautiful pictures. And I just didn't understand why they choose the Andy Warhol version, which is slowly growing on me. Slowly. Alright. Besides me not preferring this picture to her other pictures, I do want to mention that I do think that this has a really magnetizing effect to it. Like, I did choose it, you know what I mean? And it really was because it's Marilyn, and she herself has a really magnetizing effect to people. You know, people are drawn to her, you know what I'm saying? Well, at least that's what people said. I've never met her. But, yeah, I think that it has a really drawing effect, and it stands out. It stands out in the whole gallery if you look around. It stands out, and, yeah, I think it was an overall good choice to put this here and choose this version. Alright, and now we're going to talk about Marilyn's surroundings in the gallery and all the different pieces of art and people that she's brought neighboring her here. And the first one to her right is Robert Frost, and this is Robert Frost, his sculpture. And he's here, or according to that, he's here because he was America's last great formalist poet. And his greatest works and accomplishments were during this era, so that's why he's here. And this is Elliot Porter, and he was a nature photographer, but he wasn't just any nature photographer. He started off as a biochemist, okay, but he gave up science for this love of his art, you know. And the reason that he's here is because there's an organization called the Sierra Club, and his manifesto on environment in wilderness is the preservation of the world. This series of books helped Sierra Club become America's leading environmental organization. So, deal, and his brother, blood brother, actually painted this picture of him reading a book. Really chill guy. And this is Clement Greenberg. He's kind of, I don't know what he's doing there, kind of lonely. But he was one of the most important advocates for American abstract painting after World War II, so that's why he's here. And this is Frank O'Hara, looking kind of distant, his profile picture. But yeah, he died in a car accident. He actually became famous after he died because the people who killed him discovered all his little poems, because he would write a poem every day, and, you know, about his surroundings and perceptions and stuff. This is Edward R. Murrow. And he was into broadcast journalism. He actually pioneered this genre. And he had a show called See It Now, and it was an entirely new weapon of journalism. That's why he was kind of, yeah, he was a journalist. He was looking busy in that picture. It's a caricature. And this is by Al Hirschfield, which actually did this picture right here of Liberace. Now, Liberace, really flamboyant. He was a pianist. Really flamboyant, really out there. Kind of like who would he be compared to these days? Kind of like, I don't want to say Lady Gaga, but he's definitely out there. Lady Gaga is definitely out there. So when you see him, he's, you know, lovable. Maybe that's why he made his heart, a heart in his face. He's smiling hard. There he is with his piano and his big ring and his white bow tie. Alright, and this way is Rachel Carson. And that's actually her quote from the book, right there, this quote. And it says, only within the moment of time represented by present century has one species, man, acquired significant power to alter the nature of the world. And that's from her book, Silent Spring. And she possibly started the modern environmental movement. So she's really important. And this is by Una Hanberry. Next one right here is by Redwood. And this is celebrating de Kooning and his work. Now, he's important because he integrated pop culture imagery into fine art. So he made this into a fine art. Before, people thought this was a joke or like whatever, like cut and paste, you know, but this is a fine art now because of this. And this is Robert F. Kennedy, and he has his own wall here in this gallery, and as you can see, a cool picture frame, like, sad thing. And the reason that it's sad, I think, is because during this time, he was assassinated. So, important guy, assassinated, big deal, that's why he's here. And last but certainly not least is Allen Ginsberg. And you can make out his face, that's him. The video is by the artist Nam Pike, and the reason that he's here is because he was identified as one of the leaders of the Beat movement. And he was really into Hinduism and Buddhism and stuff like that. And a lot of people, when they first see this, they'll turn it on and then they'll just walk away. It's kind of weird, but here it is.